Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the webinar. I'm excited to be with you. Hold on, I'm just waiting for the computer to catch up on the live stream here. Here we go, and we're on. Great. Awesome. So welcome, everybody. I'm excited to be with you tonight. Thank you for joining me in my home office here in San Diego, California, from wherever you are tuning in from. And tonight, we're going to have some fun. Tonight's topic is how to get started right with Teamzy to become a power hour boss. I'm going to show you how to set up Teamzy. Maybe you're already using it. You might still learn a few tips and tricks on how to set it up right. I'm going to take you through the process of doing a power hour, or as I like to say, crushing a power hour. Teamzy is designed around the concept that you can get everything done in less than an hour. So I want you guys to know there's a way to do it efficiently so you can get in and out and have all your income producing activity done in less than an hour. How cool is that? So I'm going to take you through that process, show you how to do it. I may drop a few additional coaching nuggets in there as we go because I can't help myself. And then at the end, we'll do Q&A. So if you've got questions that come up at any point during the presentation, maybe you have questions now, you can load the Q&A right now. There's a Q&A button right there. You see it in your Zoom viewer. You can load the Q&A. If you're watching us live on Facebook, then what you can do is just put your questions in the comments and I'll circle back afterwards and see if we didn't answer those. Okay, awesome. I'm excited. Let's dive right in. I see people are still popping on. That's good. Okay. So let's see. First thing we want to do is this. All right, so again, our topic, get started right with Teamzy to become a power hour boss. Just a little backstory. I know some of you haven't met me. Let me introduce myself officially. Here's a great shot of my family, people who bless me the most. My story, first and foremost, I'm a husband and father. I've got 4 kids. And I'm here tonight with you because I wanted a better life for my family. And that's probably why you're here with me as well. And what I do now is I help busy network marketers build their businesses. I've been a professional business coach for 20 years, helping people build their business based on relationship marketing. I actually, and I'll tell you guys in a second, I fell into network marketing 5 years ago by total accident. I'm also the founder of Teamzy. You guys know that because this is a Teamzy training, top CRM with over 120,000 network marketer users. And over the last 4 years, I've had the privilege of training over 100,000 people, just like I'm doing tonight from my home. How cool is that? Pretty awesome. All right, so just to kind of give you guys some background on how this all happened. About 5 years ago, I found that I was, in fact, let me just come out of this for a second so I can talk to you. About 5 years ago, I was working for a company as a business consultant. I was an employee, and it was a great job. I loved it, loved my job. How many of you guys have jobs that you actually love? I loved my job. I loved what I did. I loved how I helped people, how I impacted them. The challenge that I had was that, first off, we were stuck in a financial rut. I mean, we were doing fine. I made good income, but we were never going to get any farther ahead than we were at that moment, right? And I have bigger dreams, lofty dreams. How many of you guys have lofty dreams? Raise your little hands if you've got lofty dreams. I did. And I was like, man, I love what I'm doing, but there's no opportunity for me to grow. At the same time, I never saw those beautiful people. I just showed you their picture of my family. I never saw those people. I was constantly working. I was never home. I was always at work. You know, and I used to joke that I only saw my kids wearing pajamas because when I left for work, they were wearing pajamas. When I got home from work, they were wearing pajamas. I just felt like I needed something else to happen so that I could create the life that I'd always dreamed of. And the network marketing opportunity fell in my lap at about that time. And I had some products that I loved. They had really helped me regain my health and vitality. And I was excited about them. So I took a look at that business opportunity. You know, I had kind of bought into the bad reputation that network marketing has, you know, all those years. So, but when I really took a look at it, I thought, wow, this is a great way to start a business with basically no investment, right? Somebody else does all the hard work for you, the fulfillment, the product development, the marketing, and you just connect and share. This is great. So I started looking at doing, you know, a little side hustle, starting a network marketing business on the side. The challenge that I had was I didn't have time for a side hustle. Can anybody relate to that? I mean, even right now with the lockdown and pandemic, I feel like I still don't have time for anything. I don't know how you guys feel, but having 4 kids at home and not going to school has definitely changed the dynamic a little bit. So I was challenged with time, and coming from the the background of helping business owners build their business. There's all kinds of software tools to help business owners in every industry. I was shocked when there was nothing to help us in network marketing. And so, at this time I thought there must be. So I started looking for something that would help me to leverage the little bit of time that I had. I had committed to dedicate 1 hour each day to building this new business, but I had to figure out how to leverage that time. So going back to my presentation here, let me see here. I'm clicking it like it's supposed to advance the screens when I'm not sharing it. This is what I do. What can I say? So I wanted a system that would let me do it in just 1 hour a day, stay in touch with all of my contacts. I knew staying in touch with people was how you built relationships, and building relationships is the key to the business, right? I also wanted a system to tell me when to contact people, when not to contact people. Like, don't make me think about this too much. I don't want to spend a lot of time planning. Just help me get in there and do it. And I wanted to know what to say to people, so that I could start a real conversation, not the stuff that my company was teaching me to do, the stuff that I couldn't bear to do, the cold messaging, the icky salesperson stuff, right? I didn't want my friends to cross the street when I came near. I wanted them to be excited to hear from me. So how could I start those conversations? And I wanted a way to follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever fell through the cracks. And we're going to get to this tonight. This is a huge problem in our business, is that we let people fall through the cracks, right? And so I figured there's got to be something that would let me do this, right? There was one more thing, though, that it needed. It had to be easy to use. Oh my gosh, who likes to use complicated software? I don't. I wanted it to be easy to use. So you guys know where this is going. It didn't exist. I took some people that were smarter than me to lunch, and I showed them my drawings, my scribbles in a notebook, and we built it. That's kind of how Teamzy came to be. And it's about almost 4.5 years ago that Teamzy entered the marketplace. Just to give you guys an idea of what's happened in that time, we've had more than 120,000 network marketers use Teamzy. This is amazing, amazing. In fact, today we had a major burst of new people coming on today. Huge number of people coming on today, which is pretty cool. Brand new people. Never used Teamzy till today. I love it. Also, to give you an idea of active users. And then now we've got Teamzy customized we've got customized for more than 80 networks, but we have more than 120 networks using Teamzy. And the average across all the networks is 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so let's stop talking about it. Let's actually get in and demonstrate it. Let me pop in and we'll share Teamzy. Let's see here. I want to get the right one here. I got too many windows open. You'd think after doing this for so many times, I'd have everything ready for you, right? Okay, here we go. Now we're ready. Here we are. So first off, if you're not already using Teamzy, maybe somebody sent you this link. You're going to go to teamzy.com and start a trial. You can get 30 days for free. Okay, it's a no-brainer. We won't ask you for your credit card, and we don't do anything strange or weird like that. Honestly, guys, we want you to just use Teamzy and fall in love with it. If you use it, you'll fall in love with it. Okay, and then we can work together, and we can be part of your success story, which is our ultimate goal. So here, right now, it says it's sharing, but I don't see the little green outline. Okay, I must be sharing the wrong thing. Hold on a second. Let's try it again. It says Google Chrome. There it is. Okay, now I see the little green outline. I feel much better about it. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the setup wizard in Teamzy. Once you sign up for that free trial and log in, it'll take you into the setup wizard. This is designed for people like me who can't deal with complicated. We've made this so incredibly easy to set up. If you've ever used a CRM, which is the type of software Teamzy is, on any other place, you know how complicated it is to set up. We've made this super easy. So you're going to come in here. There's a little video from me kind of telling you about some of the resources, right? You can subscribe to Facebook Messenger updates if you like, which is we recommend because we know you don't read email. And then what we're going to do here, this is kind of awesome. Well, it's not kind of awesome. It's totally awesome. Can you tell I'm from California? So what you're going to do is set your income goal. What's your income goal? How much money do you want to be making a year from now? Okay, and so you just slide this little dot to whatever that number is. Okay, so you can see 350 grand. It says ambitious. We like it. Or you can slide it down if you've got a more modest goal. Okay, so my goal when I started this was 150,000. That's what I was making at my job, and I wanted to replace that so that I could be home with my family. So you can see at 150,000, I need to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 distributors a day. Pretty cool, right? It doesn't show you that it's really 4,300 and I think 28 people that I need to connect with. Because what we do is we take that big goal and we get your focus to be really small and just tell you what you need to do in a one day. Okay, one day. Keep your focus small, focus on today so that we can get it done in 1 hour a day. Okay. And when I talk about I'll talk a little bit more about what I mean by connecting with prospects, customers, and distributors when we get into our power hour. But again, it's not salesy, it's just connecting with people. So let's click continue. Once you have this decided where you want it. Oh, one little quick thing. Leaders that are on this call who already make significant income in their business, when you set this goal, you're going to set it for the amount that you want to grow this year, not for the total income. Okay, you want to set it for the amount you want to grow this year, not the total income. So if you're making $200,000 from your business in 2019 and in 2020 you want to get to 300, great. Set your goal in Teamzy to 100,000. Okay, make sense? Okay, let's continue. It's actually written on that page there, but if you're like me, you don't read instructions, you just click the big shiny buttons, right? Next step is to get all your contacts into Teamzy. We're gonna get everybody imported. We're gonna get your team in here, your customers in here, your Facebook friends in here, your phone contacts. Get everybody in Teamzy so they're in one place organized, okay? You cannot be serious about building your business if you're feeling disorganized all the time. And I don't want you having to chase down sticky notes and pads of paper that you've written stuff on, trying to find it when you need it, okay? Get it all into Teamzy so you're organized. It's in one place. It's in your phone. It's in your computer. Teamzy's cloud-based, which means you'll always have access to it, okay? So you don't have to go wondering where it is. You've always got it. Now, something else I'm going to show you in a second, besides being organized, Teamzy actually will take that list and do magic with it and help you manage those relationships without having to think or plan, which is pretty cool. We'll show you that in a second. So once you have everything imported, we're gonna skip this page now and launch our Teamzy. Okay. Couple things on the dashboard real quick I want you to see. Today's activities right here, today's activities. This is the goals. These are your daily goals in Teamzy, okay? This is all you need to do today. If you fell off the wagon and haven't done Teamzy in 2 weeks, oh my gosh, I feel like such a loser. That's okay. Just do today's activities. Just do today's activities. Write that down. I just need to do today's activities. You just got to do that. Just today's activities. Okay. Today's the only day you have. Forget yesterday. Tomorrow never comes. You've got today. Do today's activities. Okay. So mine are to connect with 9 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors. I've also got 3 shares as a goal and 3 ads as a goal. So what do these mean? When you connect with your prospects and your customers and your distributors, your goal is just to reach out to make someone's day. I want you to just live in the make someone's day mindset. This is one of our hashtags, by the way. You can use that if you want. Hashtag make someone's day mindset. Just make people's day, reach out, get a smile, and lift them up. Okay? That's what we want to do. We're not trying to pitch them. We're not trying to recruit them. We're not trying to send them a link with some gorgeous video from corporate or anything. No, not yet. First, just make somebody's day. This will give you many more opportunities to have conversations with people, which is where the magic happens, right? And if you do a cold invite, a lot of times it shuts the conversation down and it damages the relationship. Has that ever happened to you? Has a friend of yours ever come out of the blue with a cold invite to their business and you were turned off by it? Yeah, all of you, that's happened. And yet we try to do that in our own business. Doesn't make sense. So we're just going to connect with people to make their day. And then the shares, when I share this goal 3 times a day, that's where I'm actually sharing a product solution or I'm sharing the business opportunity with somebody. When I actually share with somebody, then I log that as a share. And my goal is to do it 3 times a day. So I'm going to connect with 19 people and 3 of them I'll share with because I'm going to look for opportunities to share that's appropriate. Okay, when someone's actually interested. And then new ads, this is just putting new people in Teamzy, just getting in the habit of adding new people to Teamzy. Okay, so those are my daily activities. As I complete these circles fill in and I get this visual cue that I'm making progress. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna scroll this page a little so you can see this Power Hour module. It's pretty cool. Now, just to let you guys know, Teamzy is a full-fledged CRM. That stands for Contact Relationship Manager or management system. Okay, it's a type of software. It's like the electronic version of the old Rolodexes we used to use, right? It has all your contacts, every conversation you've had with them, all their information, the name of their dog, their birthday, all that stuff, right? And if I toggle over to the team page, That's where everyone's info is. By the way, your prospects are on the team page too, because Teamzy is about creating a team of advocates that includes prospects, customers, and your team. So look, on this page, you have all your contacts. And if you click on one on the right-hand side, you have all their information, okay? But on the dashboard, something kind of cool is happening here. The dashboard keeps you really focused so that you can get in and get out in less than an hour. The Dashboard Power Hour module helps you connect with who you need to connect with today without even having to think about it. It tells you who's up next, and it gives you 4 lists. Prospects, who's up next from your prospects list. Customers, who's up next from your customers list. Your distributors, that's your team, which team members are up next to connect with, and then your follow-ups list. Okay, 4 lists. It only gives you 5 at a time so you can stay focused. These are the next 5 people you're going to connect with. And then on the right-hand side, you log that message as you send it, so it's tracked. I don't have to think, I don't have to plan, I don't have to think about when to connect with these people again, because Teamzy, as soon as I log it, Teamzy schedules the next one for me. How cool is this? You guys are going to be so efficient. Oh my gosh. Now, just real quick, I don't have a lot of time to train on this, but I just want to highlight, notice that beside each name is a number, okay? And that number is their star rating. Okay, so just toggle over here again so you can see. Next to each person's name is their star rating. Okay, so we rate people on a star rating scale, just like you rate a pizza. But this isn't, we're not rating the human being, we're rating your relationship with that person. So if I was really close to Maynard, I might give him a 5-star. Okay. And I had him at a 2-star because I don't know him that well. Okay, so look, and here's what these do is these stars control the priority of that person in Teamzy. Okay, so 5-star person is your top priority. They're going to come up first, and they come back automatically every 30 days. You get a reminder to connect with Maynard every 30 days if he was 5 stars. Okay, if he was 4 stars, he's going to come up next after the 5-star people, and then he's going to come back every 60 days. Okay, so 4-star people cycle through every 60 days. 3-star people cycle through every 90 days. 2-star people cycle through every 120 days. Does this make sense? So the more stars, the more frequently you connect with people. And it makes sense, you guys, because if I don't know you that well and you message me a hello, how are you message every month, it's going to be weird, right? So it'd be probably more appropriate for you to message me every 3 months if you didn't know me very well. Okay. So now that we have that and you understand that, and you can re-rank as you go all the time too. You can always change somebody's rank. Let's go ahead and do a power hour together. You guys ready? Let me demonstrate the workflow for you, and then we'll do some questions. Okay, great. First person on my list is J. Lisa Swain. I need to message J. Lisa Swain. She's the first prospect. We start from left to right, start with prospects on a power hour. So I'm going to message J. And remember, my goal is just to make her day. So what am I going to say to her? And, you know, when we originally launched 4.5 years ago, we didn't really help people with what to say. We figured, hey, you know what to say, right? We're just going to help you with who to talk to. Well, it seemed like people really didn't know what to say. So we added a scripts library of scripts that we've used for years and years and years and have helped people refine. And they're here for you to use. They work great. So look, I'm going to click on scripts right here just to get an idea of something I can say to Jay. I'm going to use Facebook because that's where I'm going to message her. The first one on the list reads like this. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Okay. So look, I'm just going to click on copy script. So now that's on my clipboard, my computer. I can paste it in Teamzy and I can do some editing. So get the right name. The name was actually pretty close between Jay and Jane. Some emojis. I was doing this demo the other day and somebody asked me, is Jay your wife? Because you sent the heart face emoji to that woman. I was like, no, she's not my wife. I like the heart emojis for everybody. So just letting you guys know, that's me. I'm from California. Okay. So it says, hi, Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Some emojis to kind of personalize it. Now I'm ready to go. So look what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy this and go send it in Facebook because Teamzy doesn't send Facebook messages. Nobody does, only Facebook. But I have that open right here in a separate tab. And then I can just quickly look up Jay. Okay. There she is. And we'll send her a message. And I just pasted it in there. Hi, Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Send. Don't overthink it, guys. Don't get stuck on that and overthink it. Just send it, okay? Especially these scripts, they're tried and tested. So I'm toggling back over to Teamzy where I'm going to finish logging this. That was a Facebook message. So you can log it just about any kind of communication you can think of. And where it says log connect, I'm going to click on that big blue button and now it's logged. Now notice that she's gone. My list has moved up. And if I scroll up a little bit, you can see I've got one prospect connected with and the circle's filling, 8 left. Next person on my list is Melissa. And again, I'll just use the same script. It's still on my clipboard. Just paste it in there. Okay. Some of you are wondering if you can do this on your mobile phone. Absolutely. You can do this on your mobile phone. We have a mobile, our website's mobile. When you log in on your phone, it automatically converts to an awesome phone experience. It looks just like an app. So you change that message, okay, and do the same thing. I'll go send the message to Melissa and then log in Teamzy. Then once you've added your emojis and stuff, you're good to go. You don't have to really do much editing as you go. It's super, you get to be really quick at this. Okay. Now, just a little pro tip, 2 pro tips on this. One is when you are initiating a new conversation with somebody, always use their first name in the message. Okay. If I had an hour, I would explain the psychology behind it, but just when you're initiating that first conversation, always use their first name. Okay. If it's been 3 months since the last message, use the first name again. Okay. The second pro tip is this. Some people will respond immediately to your messages. And I don't want you to run off the rabbit trail of having a conversation with that person yet. First, I want you to focus on getting all the outgoing messages from your power hour done. You should be able to get it done in less than 30 minutes, okay? All the outgoing messages. So just hold off on the incredible temptation to run off and have the conversation. Send the message and keep going on your messages, okay? Otherwise, you may not get through them. You'll get sidetracked. So I'm going to keep on scrolling down my prospects list until I hit today's goal, which in my case is 9, and that blue circle will be all the way blue when I'm done connecting with prospects. When I see that, I toggle to the next list, which is customers, okay? And I'm gonna now connect with the first customer who's up next, which is Willie. Again, go to scripts to make this easy on yourself, okay? And there's some great scripts here for customers. Look at this one. You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on. How many of you guys, do me a favor, guys, throw up in the chat, throw up what company you're with and what type of product you sell. And I'll just kind of show you how easy these are to use. I'll open up the chat on the side and just see. Who do I have first? I got Optavia, Singular. Okay, so Isogenics. Oh, you guys are making it easy. So the first 4 are Juice Plus. So you guys are in very similar areas: health, wellness, losing weight, right? So this script obviously would be very appropriate. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on losing 10 pounds. Congratulations on getting off your high blood pressure medication forever. Congratulations on, these are the real benchmarks people celebrate with you, right? My point is, when you message a customer, you don't have to be selling all the time. Just have a relationship with them. I love this one too. Like if you want to check in on a specific product. Hi, John, how are you enjoying the products? You put your product in there, right? I see I've got, let's see, who do I have? I got Singular. It might be your trimmed down trio. How are you enjoying your trimmed down trio? I see Juice Plus. How are you enjoying your Tower Garden? Send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Send me an update on the products you're using. It's a great way to connect with somebody because they could rave about it, right? Or they could have questions. They may need some coaching or some education, right? So it's pretty cool to do this. And then I'm going to share one more script for customers that I just love. It's my favorite one. Hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. This script is so powerful. Just try it with some people that you like. It's so powerful, especially now. I mean, people are going through it right now with all the stuff we're going through with this pandemic and the fear and the worry and the concern. Just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. I pasted that in there. Now, of course, it's not to Jane, it's to Willie. So all I need to do is change it to Willie. You guys see how easy this is? And put a smiley face in there and we're good to go. I'm ready to send it to him. Okay. You're going to connect and make the day of your customers the same way. And again, I'd copy that. I'd go over, send it to him, and then log it in Teamzy. Okay. The same thing happens. He's off the list. My list slides up. You can see I've got 1 done, 5 left. I'm going to work my way down the list, staying in touch with my customers. the same way until the circle's all the way pink. And then I'll go to the next list, which is distributors. Just really quick on this. I'm really passionate about staying in touch with customers. So I just need to hit this for a second. This is where so many people kind of start to mess up the business, because they're just constantly churning and burning and getting new people, right? And so once they've got somebody who's buying, they feel like that person's all set. I need to keep going this way. Well, we tend to start neglecting those people and losing touch with them. Has that happened to you? Yeah, it happens to most of us. But I want you to know that hopefully you're seeing how easy it would be to stay in touch with all your customers in Teamzy if all you did was put them in Teamzy and just when they came up, send them a message, right? It's easy. But magical things happen. First of all, you're going to feel great about your business because you're finally taking care of your customers the way you always wanted to, right? You'll be in integrity with yourself. You'll also come across as more professional to them, which is great. But number two, this is the thing that I love, is statistically, people will order more product and retain longer if you're in regular contact with them. Okay, let me just say that again for you. They retain longer and order more product. Don't you want that? Leaders, wouldn't you like to see that all the way through your organization? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no easier way to raise volume team-wide than have people just being in touch with customers. Okay. And the number three thing, just really quick, I mean, let me know, guys, how many of you have a few customers that you love and you'd like some more like that? Would you guys like some more new ones? Yeah. I know a lot of you work with doctors and chiropractors, and you've got customers that represent another small business. How many of you guys would like some more of those in your, yeah. So where do you go find them? Well, I'm going to tell you. The best place to get a new customer is from a current customer. There's no better source in the world. There's nothing better than having a customer in your hand to find a new customer. Because what people do is they talk to their friends. They share the good things in their life with other people. They tell them about it. Your customer is getting great results, and they're talking to friends and family about it. I guarantee it. Okay. And so what happens is 82% is, there was a poll done 2 years ago. I don't know if it's been updated, but it's probably the same. 82% of people say they make a purchasing decision based on the recommendation of a friend. 82% say they make a purchasing decision based on the recommendation of a friend. So your customers are telling their friends about your products. Their friends, the majority of them, would probably buy just based on that. Isn't that funny? We do all this marketing. Our corporations do all this marketing. And the truth is what matters the most is a friend saying, yes, do this. And so that's what you have with your customers. You need to be in regular touch with them so that you can have a normal conversation and ask them, hey, who have you shared this with? You know, who do you know that's probably needs more information on this stuff? Who needs my help? And get them to introduce you. Does this make sense? You can't go cold to a customer you haven't talked to in 5 years and say, could you introduce me to your friends? Like, who are you? But we're in a regular contact and you're checking in. It's very natural. Okay. And this becomes a major piece of the business. I just recently did a training with some top leaders in one of the networks that we work with. And basically, when they get to a certain level with customer lists and team size, they don't really need to do any prospecting outside of talking to customers, because they can generate enough new business and growth just with them. It's awesome. Okay, so the number two group you want to be in regular contact with is customers. You don't need a complicated follow-up program. You just need to get them in Teamzy, prioritize them, and just when they come up, reach out. Okay, the third list is your distributors. Okay, this is why we call it Teamzy, by the way, because it's all about your team. You need to be in touch with your distributors. As your team grows, this becomes more challenging. That's why we have Teamzy now, to make it easy. Okay, but I want you guys to understand retention is a major problem in our industry. We work hard to recruit people and they quit like crazy, right? Industry-wide, it's 50% a year turns over. That means that if you recruit 10 people, you have a year, you only have 5 at the end of the year that you recruited. So the number one way to impact retention is by having a great relationship with somebody. People stay for the connection more than anything. And having a great team page or having a great Zoom call once a week or once a month is nice. But hearing from you personally, knowing that you personally care, that's huge. I mean, think about it. Think about somebody upline from you who you admire, what it would mean to you to get a text right now telling you how proud of you they are. Wouldn't it mean the world to you? So just get in the habit of connecting with your distributors too. If you've got 2 people on your team, this will be easy, right? You might even want to put that 2 a day over to prospects for now. But as your team grows, you're going to want to be able to use this list to just quickly get a reminder of people that you need to just message quickly to stay in touch with. Okay. So the first half of our power hour is prospects, then customers, then distributors. At $150,000 a year goal, my goal is to send 19 messages. How quickly do you think I can do that? I guarantee you, you could all do that in less than 30 minutes. So at $150,000 a year, you could do it in less than 30 minutes. I can do it in 15, but let's say 30. Okay. If it's taking you longer than that, you're overthinking. You're overthinking. Do you see how easy this is? Okay, so great. So we're sending out these messages. The next half of my power hour is working my follow-ups list, going down my follow-ups list and seeing what follow-ups I have due. So let me click on that. Now, when I get there, you'll notice there's no follow-ups scheduled. Why is that? The follow-ups are not automatically scheduled by Teamzy. Teamzy keeps you in touch with prospects, customers, and distributors. When you've advanced the conversation past hello and shared your business or shared a product with them, that's when you move them to the follow-ups list so you can follow up as a professional until they're ready to buy. Does this make sense? So let me just kind of give you an example. I messaged my friend Jay at the beginning of our call. Hey Jay, how's it going? Hope you're having an awesome day. She responds, so great to hear from you. You know, thanks for checking in. And so now I've got her, now she's responded. So now I can start a conversation with her. Well, tell me what's going on. What have you guys been doing? Are you guys staying safe? How are you doing having the kids at home? Ask a couple questions to get the conversation started. Okay. Get the conversation started. And now we're having a conversation and I'm asking her, you know, send me an update. Tell me what you guys have been doing. So she's telling me what's going on in her life. I'm going to share with her what's going on in my life, right? I'm going to tell her, by the way, part of what is going on in my life is my business. I'm going to share it with her. I'm doing this business now. It's been awesome. Tell her what you're doing and why you're passionate about it, right? Tell them what you're doing and why you're passionate about it. Just make sure you always do that. What you're doing and why you're passionate about it. Just fold that into the conversation. Okay. So no matter what happens in the conversation, whether they're interested or not, they leave knowing what you do and why you're passionate about it. That's the first goal, is to make sure everybody knows this. So as I'm telling her, you know, what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it, she says, oh, that's good. Good for you, Eric. You know, awesome. Cool. Yeah. And depending on her, on the enthusiasm, I'll just ask her, yeah, let me know if you'd like more information on it. Be happy to share. Just, you know, ask them if they'd like some more information. You guys, that's all you have to do. This is the part people are like, I love Teamzy, but how do I transition to the business? You need to tell people what you're doing. I mean, aren't you on a mission to help people? You got to let people know you're on a mission to help people and ask them if they'd like to learn more. If she says yes, great. I'm going to take her to the next step, share my business and log it in Teamzy, put her on my follow-ups list. If she says no, thanks, not right now, I'm going to say no problem. It was so great connecting with you. Let's stay in touch. We'll chat down the road. And when she comes up in 3 months in Teamzy, I'm going to message her again. And we're just going to keep the conversation going, light and friendly, as I build the relationship. Does this make sense? But when she says, yes, I would like some more information, great. Now I'm going to get her on a phone call or on a Zoom so that I can talk to her a little bit more and find out what she needs, see how I can help her. Are you guys with me? So let me show you how to log this in Teamzy. Jay's not on my dashboard anymore because I already connected with her. So I'm going to look her up. And that pops me to her full record, okay, in Teamzy. So I can open up that connect box. You click on connect and it looks just like the dashboard. See that connect box, just like the dashboard. So now I've got her on we're on a Zoom call. So I'm going to log this Zoom call, video chat. There you go. I'm going to put in Teamzy the notes from our Zoom. On this Zoom call, I'm sharing the business opportunity with her, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click share so I can log that I shared the business opportunity. So it's on, the default is just connecting. I'm going to move that to business opportunity. Okay. So this is how I log a share. Now notice as soon as I put that business opportunity share on her record, it activated the follow-up. See that little calendar right there? It activated the follow-up. It moved her automatically because it knew that's what I would want to do. So it defaults to 2 days. You can set it for any day in the future. I'm going to actually follow up tomorrow because I would always follow up the next day, right? So now when I log this connect, what's happened is you can see the follow-up is now on her contact record. If I go to the dashboard though, check this out. First off, notice this, there's a share logged. So I got one of my 3 shares logged for the day. And when I go to my follow-ups list, Jay's there, due tomorrow. I don't know if you can see those yellow letters on your screen, but it says due tomorrow. Okay. It's super easy. When somebody's interested and you share something, you log it and put them on that follow-ups list. And if you're creating 19 conversations a day, which is my example, by the end of the week, you should have 3 to 10, maybe 15 people on that follow-ups list, right? Because you talked to 100 people this week. Now the follow-ups list is the second half of the power hour. Let me show you how you do that. So you're going to come to this follow-ups list and you're going to look for anybody who says, it'll be red letters, not yellow when it's due. You're looking for any follow-ups that are due, and you're going to send them a follow-up message. It's just like sending a connect, but now it's a follow-up message. And it's so easy, you guys. You're going to go to scripts. It's super easy because I put my 10 follow-up scripts in Teamzy for you to use. Even on a free trial, they're there for you, okay? So you'll go grab a follow-up message. Here's follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, so simple, you guys, so simple. Your follow-up script, there it is, paste it in there. Okay. Facebook message. We're getting ready to send this to her. Oh, I got to actually send it to her. I'm so excited to log it. I didn't send it. So get the right name in there, right? Get it right. Get it ready. I'm going to go send this to Jay. Send message and send her this follow-up message. Send. Okay, great. And then I'm going to go back to Teamzy. And when I log this, set a new follow-up. Click on follow-up, set a new one before you log it. So let's say I follow up now 2 days from now. Great. You can leave yourself a little note too, so you know what it's about. I'm going to put it's going to be follow-up number 2. Okay. So now when I log this connect, because I set a new follow-up, it'll keep her on the follow-ups list. So now her follow-up's due on Saturday. Okay. See how easy that is? And when Saturday comes along, when she's due again, I'm going to go to scripts and I'm going to get follow-up number 2. There it is. Okay, it says, hi, Jane, just making sure you got my message, checking to see if you have any questions. So these follow-ups are so easy. They're not annoying. They're simple, right? How many of you guys are worried about being annoying when you're following up with people? So if you use these scripts, you won't be annoying. I want you guys to know you can send all 10 of these scripts over time to somebody and you won't bother them. They're going to be like, thank you so much for staying in touch. I really appreciate it. Okay. But you have to understand that you've got to keep following up. This is where people mess up the business, is they work so hard to get somebody interested and then they don't follow up enough. I want you guys to understand that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up, which means you need to be following up more than you are, okay? Or you're missing out on 80% of your opportunity, okay? And here's what I will tell you, the 20% that close, they close in the first 3 follow-ups. 20% close on the first 3 follow-ups. They're awesome. The rest of them don't respond to anything. No response, nothing. Sometimes they won't even open your message. They don't respond. You message them, nothing. You message them, nothing. You message them, crickets. You message them, crickets again, and you're starting to make stuff up. Oh my gosh. It's the economy. It's the pandemic. It's the president. It's the media. I don't know. Her husband's a jerk. Whatever you make up in your mind, none of it's true. They're just busy with their life. Okay, 80% of people aren't going to respond to 5, 6, even 7 messages. No response. That's why we want to just stay present with these short and sweet messages, right? Like the ones in Teamzy, because what will happen is around, 6 or 7 messages in, long after most people give up, you'll get that first response, which will be something like, I'm sorry I haven't responded. Thanks for staying in touch. It's like, guys, it's like a clockwork. The system works like clockwork. Okay. So if you really want to help people, if you really want to be in a place where you're helping people with your products and your business, you have to understand the only thing that you have that actually helps people is following up. Because until they get their product or they join the business, that's not going to help them. The follow-up is how you get them to that step. So just kind of repeat after me this mantra: following up is an act of love. Okay, following up is an act of love. And just remind yourself, following up is an act of love. And when you give up on somebody because you're worried about following up again, what you've actually done is you've communicated to them, I don't care about you. Giving up on somebody because they're not responding is communicating that you don't care about them. I know it sounds harsh, but think about it. Think about a time when you kind of wanted something, but you were busy and somebody stopped following up with you and you were disappointed, right? So keep going, keep following up. And the way you work it in Teamzy, you guys, is you start conversations, which is great. When they respond, do your best to have a conversation. When you find people interested, you share and put them on that follow-ups list. Second half of your power hours, work in that follow-ups list. You do this 5 days a week, 1 hour a day. That's it. 5 days a week, 1 hour a day. You'll have so many conversations going every single month. You will convert people off that follow-ups list. Every single month, you'll have a consistent growth. New customers, new distributors to the team, new customers, new distributors to the team. And guess what? Anyone can do this. You can duplicate this with anyone. This concept in our business of, I got to find the 1 or 2% who can do this. Everyone can do Teamzy. Okay, everyone can do Teamzy. You know, some people are destined to be $1 million earners, but everyone on your team could be putting an extra 10, 15, 30, $40,000 a year into the family budget. We all need that. If anything, if this pandemic has taught us anything, it's that every single American household needs a small business that they can manage and bring more income in. True? So that's how it works. Okay, so if you've got questions, pop them in the Q&A. I see I've already got 7 loaded. I'm going to start answering those, okay? So put them in the Q&A. I'll answer those for a bit, and then we'll send you guys on your way. Gretchen says, are we able to import customers and contacts from our company website? And the answer is yes, but it's a 2-step process. The first step is you have to export that data from your company back office, and then you can import it into Teamzy, okay? It's pretty easy, and there's tutorials for a lot of network versions in Teamzy. But if you struggle with this, Gretchen, or anybody watching this, you just need to contact the Teamzy team. You can click the help button that floats on the bottom right of every screen in Teamzy, which will send us an email, or you can contact us directly through support@teamzy.com. Don't ever get freaked out by the imports, you guys. We do them all day long, and our team can help you with those. Kathy says, so on the contact, it only shows 5. What if you connect with someone else? How do you get to them? So you just look them up in the lookup bar, Kathy. And I think I showed that at one point. If you want to connect with somebody who's not in your power hour right now, like let's say you ran into somebody at the grocery store or whatever, it's their birthday and you want to log it. You just look them up on the lookup bar, it takes them to your record, and you log it there. Okay, great. Gretchen, you're from Juice Plus. So there's, great, Juice Plus. We actually have a corporate arrangement with Juice Plus, which means if you go into the Teamzy Help Center, there's step-by-step instructions on how to do it. Okay, Janice says, what if you're new and don't have customers or other promoters yet? That's a great question. So what you're gonna do, Janice, is you're gonna take the total number and add it to prospects. Okay, so let me show you how to do that really quick in Teamzy. So here we go. So I'm on my dashboard, and see where it says edit daily goals right here on the right. So I'm going to click on that. That's going to take me to my income goal. Now you don't have to change the income goal. Just hit set income goal and continue. And then here we can customize this. So in her example, she's new, has no customers, no distributors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 19 here and then make these zeros temporarily. As you start growing customers and team members, you can change that down the road. Make sense? Okay, so then once you save that, great, now I can go back to my dashboard, and Janice, you'll see that my goal for customers and distributors is 0. My goal for prospects is 19, okay? And Teamzy's made specifically for somebody who's never done a single thing, who's brand new. So be encouraged. This is the best way for you to get some momentum quickly. Stephanie says, can you schedule a follow-up with someone for 3 months down the line about your product? Yeah, you absolutely can. But here's the thing. Okay, Stephanie, here's the thing you need to know. As soon as you put them on the follow-up list, they will no longer come up in your up next list. Okay, so if you set a follow-up with them for 3 months down the line, they're not going to show up in your up next list until after you've cleared your follow-up. Okay. Do you log the entire conversation back and forth, or key highlights and notes? That's a personal preference. Personally, I would never log the whole conversation because it's too much work. I just put notes. Now, I usually would paste like the message outgoing, you know, the initial connect. I usually paste that word for word in Teamzy activity because that shows me that I initiated a conversation, and it's easier than trying to think of what to write. But a lot of times I would just write a summary or just, you know, a quick note, because it's about just making sure that you're staying in touch. Does that make sense? The other thing is since I'm messaging, and usually via text or Facebook Messenger, maybe Instagram, the conversation's saved on that platform too. So you can see the whole conversation back and forth. So but that's a personal preference. Some people want to have it all in there. Okay. Justin says, Eric, when you're working in a business as a couple with an overlap in friends, prospects, with two separate Teamzy instances, how can you prevent sending the same messages, which then looks scripted? Okay, great. That's a good question. So Justin, remind me, Justin, I know you're in my boot camp. Are you guys on the same account though, right? You shared the same account. So a couple things you can do. If you're sharing the same account, one of the things that I would do with couples to greatly simplify this is to add the couple in as one contact in Teamzy. Okay, so instead of Eric Johnson and Lisa Johnson, it would be Eric and Lisa Johnson in Teamzy. Okay, and then you log one or the other, because the truth is like, you know, if she messages the wife, there's no reason for you to have to message the husband the same week. Like one touch from you guys is good. You know what I mean? So she can message, she could do a group message. Hey guys, how's it going? We were thinking about you. So it's kind of like from both of you to both of them. That's one way you can really manage that. But if you're using the same Teamzy account, then at least you'll know if it's logged. But that's one way to do it. Okay. One way to do it. The other thing you could do is, honestly, like if you're about to message the husband of a couple, you could just do a quick lookup of the spouse and see what the last message was sent. It'll slow you down a little bit, but since you guys are using one account to work like two groups of relationships, you know, it's not going to slow you down enough to make your arms and legs fall off. Tina says, I have had issues connecting all my Facebook contacts. Okay, great. So just click the help button and ask for help from our team. We've done, you know, 100,000 Facebook imports. It's so easy for us. So if you guys are struggling with this stuff, just ask for our help, okay? Because we can quickly clear it up. Okay, great. Good. Christian says, thanks. Perfect. Tina says, I joined last night and struggled for hours, even after watching videos over and over. Okay. Well, you're here now, and hopefully this is helping. Hopefully this has helped you a bunch. But again, Tina, look, one of the things that you can do is you can get some one-on-one help. Okay, so you've got this little box up here on the top of your Teamzy if you're new, and you see this little schedule one-on-one right here. So what I want you to do, Tina, if you're still feeling after this webinar like you need more help, just click on this. It'll bring up a calendar. Okay, you click that, and you can schedule one-on-one Zoom with one of my customer support staff. They'll come in a Zoom with your screen. You can share screens, and they can show you things. It's pretty cool. All right. Gretchen says, as I add friends on Facebook, do they automatically show up in Teamzy? No, they don't. You need to add people. So Gretchen, if I made friends with you today on Facebook, what I would do is I would come into my Teamzy and I would click add contact. Okay. It only takes a second. And when I add you in here to my Teamzy, I also get credit for it on the dashboard, because remember, one of my goals is to add new people to Teamzy every day. So there you are. And if I had any more information on you, I could add it now. Okay. I could do a connect, or I could put you on a follow-ups list to connect with you tomorrow, something like that. Does that make sense? Now, if you fall way behind, Gretchen, and want to do the full import of Facebook again down the road, you can do that. Teamzy will only bring in the new people. Okay. So they'll only bring the new people, won't duplicate it. Only got one more question here. Last one. This is the last one I'm going to take from Andrew, and then I'm going to send you guys on your way. He says, Eric, I have over 500 previous clients that have bought from us in over 3 years. And most of those clients are not on Facebook and or Messenger. And I've emailed them with Teamzy. They're not responding, and some emails are not current. I've shared many product opportunities with them, so they're going into my follow-up list, and it's growing. I'm not really sure what to do. Okay. So if they're previous clients that you're not in touch with, first off, Andrew, I'd take them off the follow-ups list. Just keep them on the customer list. Okay. And if email is the best form of communication you have, then that's all you can do is send an email, right? The thing about email is the response rate for email is very low. We know this. That's why messaging is better. If you have a phone number for them where you can send them a text, then start doing that, right? If email's all you have, then you just got to email them. But here's what will happen with those people is over time, you'll get some people to respond from the emails. Okay. But it's going to take time because people don't look at every email they get. That's just the way it is. But I wouldn't put them on your follow-ups list if they're not somebody that's current because I know you haven't been using Teamzy for 3 years, Andrew. Andrew's in my boot camp. I know him. I know you haven't been using Teamzy for 3 years. So you haven't been in regular contact as a follow-up for 3 years with them. So I would take them off the follow-ups list and just leave them in the customer list and just try to connect. You know, you can use the thing like, hey, it's been a while since I checked in. How are things going? Just try to re-engage them. Okay. And do your best. All right, cool. I hope that was really helpful to you guys. I hope you found it useful. And I'm just excited that you're here with us. Remember, you can get more help. You can click on that help button in Teamzy. You can get a one-on-one session with us. We have a self-paced help center where you can get tons of videos. You know, some people are always like, I feel like I know you. I've watched you in so many videos. To me, that's because I made all those videos in there to help you guys. So the help you need is here. This is as simple as it can get, and then we'll hold your hand through the rest. Okay, but we're glad you're here because now you have a way to be proactive instead of reactive and to build the business and the team that you've always wanted and do it in less than an hour a day. So welcome to the Teamzy family. God bless you guys. Have a great night. I'll talk to y'all soon.